And you know what? You always think, oh, I'm afraid, they're going to retaliate, I'm afraid they're going to do this, you're going to send somebody. And you know what? They don't do anything. It puts them right in their place. I let him get away with it for so many years. He's always going to send somebody to the house, or he's going to come to the house, or he's going to do this. And you know what? Check him. When the cop shows up, what they're doing, tell them that you gotta stay away from so-and-so, and stop harassing them, they listen.
Of course. You can't even pay for a vehicle, let alone gas.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
You gotta pay for
Next Mayor Windsor right here.
He has a lot of money, he'll never kid himself. He will spend his money, his rent is $20 a month.
There's a lot of money.
He gets, oh yes, he's been all forever.
We buy drugs.
The amendment was paying for everything.
Like, Chucky has a ton of money.
Ow.
Doesn't spend them.
He doesn't, he'll never lose his apartment.
Somebody who's high.
Weed,
That's it.
that's it. And he's never.
Why is he tripping out?
He drinks. He goes on
But
drinking.
it's not weed, it's gotta be alcohol.
Yes, he goes on drinking binges, and then he flips out, and then he'll stop. Yeah, he's getting alcohol also.
So he's drinking right now?
No, because he's on his deathbed right now from drinking so much.
He's right now, or he's doing right now.
He's probably not drinking, thinking that it's gonna save his life.
He's popping out. The little girl.
I don't know, he doesn't take care of
A very nice jacket, I know. It's a multi-$100 jacket. You see this? Even the shunner looks nice, the dress shirt, but
Whole thing is perfect. Brian was saying, got a room,
there's already been a couple chats in here, and some of the messages are so long where if I read it, it's going to take me almost a minute to read the whole thing. But a lot of good stuff's happening. And this October, we're going to see the next New York in Windsor.
And everything's left to your mom. And that can be did, he brought it to over here
Every time I'm going to compete with Detroit, that's what we're going to do, man.
3 months ago.
I'm even the best mayor in Windsor history, and that's why I'm running. And I'm glad I have the support of all of you. I mean, my TikTok blew up. The other night I posted something, I had 28,000 views on that video. And it was a crime scene in Windsor, and I said Windsor is Detroit, which it has become over time, and the numbers show it. I had about 500 likes on it, like almost 100 comments or something like that. You can check it on my TikTok right now. Of course, my YouTube will get numbers like that, right? No, of course not, but TikTok will. Yeah, it's because of content I post, that's why. Yeah, I posted, like I said, I posted on my TikTok. Hey, there's something that happened on Westminster in Windsor, over where 7-Eleven's at. There's a weed store, and there's like a whole plaza right there. Some dude was found dead on New Year's, and it's still being investigated. They don't know if it was a possible homicide, an overdose. Even if it's an overdose, that someone sold him the drugs and he died from it. So someone needs to be charged for that. And that's the problem with Windsor. That's why I said that blew up my TikTok, bro. The video said of Windsor is Detroit. It's got a lot of numbers right now, and it keeps blowing up because I'm the only one speaking on the issues in the community, right? Nobody else is. Like, when you think about it, it's sad. But that's why I said I'm running for mayor, because someone has to clean this city up. Like this jacket, very nice. Got that right there. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's the main reason why I'm running, because I want to make my city the next New York and clean up this mess. It's sad to see where my city's at, but that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm always looking handsome. No, but people have to realize that the community is being destroyed from the inside. And who is doing to make it better? Nobody. Ain't nobody making it better over here, man. Sad to say it, but it's the truth. And you can look it up. The dude was in his early 20s. He was like, I think maybe 22 or 23 years old. But he was found dead on the sidewalk, bro. New Year's Day, bro. Right after New Year's Eve. Just think about how bad this is, man. And what's being done about it? Nothing. Right? Nothing's being done. I'm the only one that's speaking on it. In the city. I personally believe it was something to do with a gang. That's what I personally believe. I personally believe that was connection with a gang or something, and that's what led to that. But the police or the news media is not going to say it, and that's why I'm speaking on it. Now, what's up to all y'all? See a lot of you joining in. How y'all doing out there? I'm posting a lot of stuff on my social media. I'm very active right now when I'm speaking on. I am going to be having merchandise for my Make Windsor Great Again stuff for running for mayor. I'm going to have shirts, hats. I might do pants. I don't know yet, but shirts and hats so far. It's going to look nice. It's going to have the roses on it, and it's going to, because basically we're the Rose City, right? So I'm going to use the roses to put MWGA, which is Make Windsor Great Again. It's going to look very nice, yes. I mean, Drew Dilkins has done nothing for Windsor, and it's at the crime's at a chaos, right? There's people being broken into, the homes are being broken into, people are being robbed out in public, there's people ODing at bus shelters. It's sad, bro. Windsor's a good city, but you know what? It needs a better leadership here, and that's why I'm running for mayor. I don't care about social issues or, oh, maybe this person should get, no. What this city needs is something to show the rest of the world that you can make a difference. That's what people have to understand. Windsor is good, but it deserves better. Yes, I love Windsor for what it is, but I realize over time that it needs better, and that's the reason why I'm doing this. I got an interview with a couple of news stations want to interview me. The only problem is when I go in the news media, I'm not going to say what they want. I'm going to say the opposite, and that's the difference. There's already a lot of comments on here, damn. The King of Windsor? Well, that's why I have my social media, King of Rose City. That's the reason why I'm running for mayor, though, is because I realize that the city needs better. And I'm going to make us the next New York. You know Olette Avenue? If you know anything about Windsor, look up Olette Avenue and wait till I'm mayor. We'll see a whole Times Square there. Just watch. Give me 6 months when I'm mayor and you'll see that. I know exactly what I'm doing to make this city the billion-dollar city where millions of people move here, millions of people come in to go shopping and tourism, and we have stuff the rest of the world doesn't. That's how you make your city better, bro. That's how you do it, right? I mean, that's my vision. That's why I said New York City, bro. That's my vision. I appreciate that. Thank you. Someone put up in the comments, in Tristan we trust instead of God we trust. Someone's referring to me as God. If you want to look at me as a God, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm like the only one speaking on certain things that are going on in the world that nobody else really wants to speak on, right? And that kind of says something, bro. Like, I wish the rest of my city would see what's going on, but there's people out here that love it. Like I said, the Freshco on Rivard, I got banned from there because I prevented someone from stealing. Just think about that for a second. In the Bible, it says thou shalt not steal, right? But for some reason, I get banned from the grocery store for doing good in the community, right? Somehow I'm the one that gets banned. That does not make any sense. That is called liberalism and socialism, and that's the problem with that grocery store. It's a woke grocery store, and they are mad because I did something which is called a good Samaritan. A good Samaritan stands up for what the law can't do at the moment, right? It's basically giving out justice as a citizen. That's exactly what I was doing. They don't understand my greatness, exactly. No, they decided to ban me instead because they said that I got violent with the person that was stealing. Getting violent is, like they're trying to say it was like assault, right? Getting violent is like punching, kicking, kneeing, striking somebody. That's violent, okay? Restraining somebody's arms and placing them in a submission, that's called you restrain the person who's trying to steal. That's not violent. That's nothing to do with assault, bro. They're trying to say I assaulted the person that was stealing. That's not assault. Assault's literally striking with the intent to hit somebody. Grabbing somebody's arms and making sure they can't move is no form of assault. You're just restraining somebody's body movement. Completely different, but then again, you have people out here in this society. That's what happens. Well, they're actually getting sued right now, Freshco. And one other thing that's gonna happen with Freshco is when I'm mayor of Windsor, I'm gonna raise the property tax so high on that spot so they can't afford it anymore. Since they want to play a hard game with me and kick me out for doing good and take my grandfather's legendary fedora hat from Detroit, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure that property tax is so goddamn high they can't afford it anymore, and then they'll have to sell it off, right? And then they'll have to sell it off. And you know what's gonna happen after? Zeller's finna move in. That's what's gonna happen after. I don't trust Freshco at all. They treat people like garbage. They do. A lot of grocery stores in the city aren't really that good. There's a couple that are good, I'll admit it. But a lot of grocery stores in Windsor treat people like garbage, bro. And it's time for a difference. We need to clean the city up and make it better. Because it's a mess. I was born and raised here. Freshco, more like Trashco. 100% Trashco. If that was in the States, I'd get a good Samaritan bonus for doing that, right? Same as over here, you can defend your life with a gun if someone tries to home invade you. But in Canada, you can't do that. You face jail time for it. Makes no sense. That's why Alberta is trying to break off and be their own like thing, bro. They don't want to be part of us anymore. I don't blame Alberta. I don't. I'm siding with Alberta for that reason.
Yeah, so like my doctor gave me those pop pills and they didn't work. And I just took another one. And they last all day long.
They definitely cleaned up their mess there. But the government right now is very corrupt, and that's why I said you have to have the right people in office to clean the mess up, or else it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And do you want your city to be worse? Like where you come from, you want to make it better, right? Well, if you want to make it better, then you have to do it, right? That's why I always have my classic quote out there. You can't make the difference without being the difference, right? You have to be the difference in the world to make that difference. And Drew Dilkins, the guy has done nothing for Windsor at all. The guy has not created any new jobs, brought in no new businesses. I don't see any new buildings here or nothing. The guy has done nothing to make Windsor more noticed in the world. He just took corruption and bribes from people, right? All the money that got paid to him, he just took it and said, oh, no, I'm not going to do nothing. No, I'm the mayor that's actually going to go through the community and make it better. Because that's what my city needs. Real leadership. Someone with hashtag Mayor Morency. Hey, try to make that a famous hashtag if you can. On every social media that there is, bro, try to get that hashtag out there. Mayor Morency, I might even make a shirt out of that. I like it. That sounds really nice. Thank you. I just know that my city deserves a lot better. Because Windsor used to be so good growing up. And now when I see it, bro, it looks just like Detroit did 20 years ago. That's what I see Windsor as now. I went to London back in October, and it looked like a mini Toronto. That's what London reminded me of, right? I come back, and I go to Windsor, and I just felt like I'm going right back to Detroit. Slay what it felt like, bro. Like, I'm just going back to Detroit. It's sad to say it, but you know what? It is what it is, man. Yeah, that could be a famous quote in the future. Millionaire Mayor Morency. Well, like I said about the Rose City Towers, there was twin towers in New York, and what do you think the Rose City Towers are going to represent? Something very similar to that. And we're also going to have an Empire State Building on Olette, and we're going to have the statue of King Philip, as there's a Statue of Liberty in New York. We're going to have something called the Statue of King Philip, which is going to be really massive. It's going to light up at night and stuff like that, but it's going to be something to show that we have, you know, a difference in Windsor compared to anywhere else in the world. Because all these other cities out here are doing nothing, right? And when you're mayor, you're basically the boss of your city. You run your city, you run what happens in the community. So you're gonna see a significant difference when I'm mayor. And a lot of this rainbow stuff that's going on everywhere, it's not gonna be like that when I'm mayor, all right? This city is gonna be full of patriotic, love. That's what Windsor's gonna be full of when I'm here. Pure patriotic love. Yes, it's gonna be a very good time. October 2026 is technically a minute from now, but that's why I said I have time to prepare for this. And in the moment that I'm preparing, bro, that's what I'm gonna say was making the difference. It's very, yes. How nice is it out there, bro? This morning, it was so windy outside, bro. I think it was like 46 kilometers per hour, which is like, miles per hour in the States, but it's the same thing, bro. It was so windy this morning, and yet it's like 50 degrees out. Isn't that kind of strange, bro? Like, I thought it was January. You know what I'm saying, bro? I thought it was January. We're supposed to be like the, winter time, right? December 20th is the official day of winter. And for some reason, it's fucking January 9th, and it's windy as fuck, and it's 50 degrees out. Feels like you're in a spring or fall. Yeah, I'm at Tim Hortons, one of the only original Canadian spots out there. Like, believe me, I love Canada. I have a lot of music based off Canada. I got an album called like Canadian Patriot. Okay, I got that album. I have an album called We the North. All right, so people don't be like, oh, you don't love Canada. I have albums and songs based off Canada. It's just I realize that America and Canada really need to work together to solve the problems, man. That's the reason why we need to work together, because there's a lot of problems going on right now that need to be dealt with. I've already joined city council. If you look on the City of Windsor City Council office, my name's on there. It's just the only thing with it is sometimes when I go there, it's like 3 to 6 hours long. Some of the interviews and the meetings and talking with all the officials, it's a long process to do this. It's not like something that happened overnight, but the reason why I'm doing all this is to make the difference in the world. And also I'm fighting for my grandfather who recently passed away. And I want to get justice for him by investigating the hospitals for mistreatment. Not just him, but a lot of other people too. So I know how bad hospitals are. I've seen it. And that's why I don't trust the stuff going on in our society. It's dangerous and it's corrupt. And someone needs to do something. I've compared myself. I mean, I grew up as a Donald Trump fan. I've been a Trump fan since high school, back in Kennedy High in 2017. So, I mean... Sorry for my loss. Thank you very much. They tried saying he passed away of a brain aneurysm, which is like a natural cause. But me personally, I think he got overwhelmed. That's what I think happened in the hospital. I think the stress got to him too much, and eventually he couldn't take it anymore. And it's sad to say it because he kept telling me that all he wanted to do was just have marijuana before he passed, right? That's all he wanted. And he never got the chance to do that because the hospital is so against marijuana for some odd reason. I don't get it. Marijuana is legalized, but yet the hospital doesn't want people using it. It makes no sense. But they'll give you Dilaudid and morphine, though, right? They'll give you the really strong stuff in the hospital, but not marijuana. Really? I don't trust the hospitals at all. I don't. They're pure evil. And also, there's another thing. We're trying to send them to Henry Ford Hospital, which is in Detroit, Michigan. And it literally says on Henry Ford Hospital that you can send somebody there if they need it. And it is paid for. And for some reason, the hospital over here was like, oh, no, we can't do that. We don't want them to know what's going on. The reason why they didn't do it is because Henry Ford Hospital would have pointed out what was wrong. But they didn't want that. So you see it all over my social media, me putting rest in peace and putting a huge message out to him. He always wanted a racetrack, so I promised to build him a racetrack in honor of his legacy. And that's why I said the King Philip statue. Because there's a Statue of Liberty, we got to have something in Windsor that dedicates him and honors him. I'm going to do a lot of different things for Windsor. Yes, Windsor does need a lot more. Oh, I know when I marry Windsor, things will be a lot better in this city. A lot better. Especially me making us the next New York. I mean, you go on city council, you can literally see my name there. It says make Windsor great again on my thing, but if Drew Dawkins decides to go against me, I got to beat him instantly because Drew Dawkins has done absolutely nothing to make Windsor better. Just tell me one thing that Drew Dawkins has done. He's built up no new buildings, no new jobs. He hasn't cleaned up the drug crisis. He hasn't cleaned up the crime crisis. He's done nothing, bro. Right? I mean, I posted that video on my TikTok saying Windsor is worse than Detroit with the crime scene over on Westminster. That has 29,000 views on TikTok. Almost 1,000 likes now. I mean, that right there is something, bro. I guess the community seeing what I'm doing too. I'm not playing games, bro. I'm sick and tired of seeing criminals and drug addicts and all these people just getting away with stuff, man. It's out of control. Yes, I know. One thing I'm thinking of is we should have something that shows the rest of the world that we're like a futuristic city, right? Well, my little brother, right? My little brother told me he wanted to do something like a Las Vegas next to Windsor. So basically, when I make us New York City, he wants to have something like a Las Vegas next to us. And like I said, when we get millions of people here and bring millions of more jobs, we're gonna see a huge difference here. And then LA is gonna be redone when I'm mayor within 6 months, and I'm gonna make it into a Times Square. You're gonna see a full-on Times Square in LA. Just wait after 6 months, bro. That's my vision. I mean, I grew up loving New York City. My whole life I've loved New York, and that's the reason why I want us to be something like that. It has, all the entertainment. It has all the jobs. It has infrastructure, tourism. It makes millions upon millions of dollars a year, and that's what your city needs. Your city needs better. That's what a city's supposed to represent, right? Like, for some reason, Detroit can just keep building up, and yet we're sitting here and doing nothing. It makes no sense. Detroit actually cleaned itself up. You look at Detroit, bro, the crime is cleaned right up in Detroit. I mean, the violent crime is 170% less than what it was 10 years ago, which really says something. Last year I was reading something saying they had 39 homicides, right? There's like, well, what, 700,000 people that live there? 39 homicides? Over here in Windsor, we almost had the same amount with only about, what, 300,000 people? It's kind of strange, isn't it, if you ask me? That's a little bit strange, bro. We're almost at the same amount of murders, and yet we have like half the population. I think that should say something. The rest of the community needs to hear this, bro. Well, also, like I said, also with the stuff with the crime, bro. You break into somebody's house in Detroit, you have the right to defend your life with a gun, right? It's called the Second Amendment. Over here, you do the same thing, you get arrested for it, which, in my opinion, again, makes no sense at all. Because I think a criminal should be, taken to justice for what they did. You break into somebody's house, you're putting your own life at risk because you're breaking into someone else's stuff that they have and own, right? That's their life. That's their personal area they like to, do their thing at, bro. You can't just go and take someone else. Like, taking from somebody else is wrong, bro. It even says in the Bible, right? Like, over in the States, they're promoting the Bible. They're making sure everybody learns the Bible in the States, which they should do over here too, but now when you have all these people and different stuff, you kind of can't, but yeah, my TikTok's been blowing up a lot recently. I think the most views I have on my TikTok's like about 310,000 views with like 4,000 likes and like 1,000 comments. It's the Tupac and I'll Kill the MC video. And it's pinned on the top of my profile. So no matter if you look it up, you'll always see it there. But yeah, that's my TikTok, bro. I've been censored a couple times on there, but I'm not worried. I got censored posting an Andrew Tate video of the Andrew Tate boxing match. And the reason why Andrew Tate lost that match is because, one, he's 40 years old now. Two, he's been smoking cigars for 10 years straight. So obviously your lungs and you don't have as much oxygen. And plus, Chase DeMoore was 10 years younger than him. So it's kind of an unfair fight, bro. If it was kickboxing, Andrew would have won. 100%. If it was kickboxing, Andrew would have won that fight. I mean, Andrew and Tristan both have a record you can look up. Very good record. And what I was saying earlier, Elon Musk is half Canadian, which I don't get why he's banned from Canada. His mother is literally Canadian. His dad's South African, and his mother's Canadian. Yeah, Elon Musk, bro. The amount of things that he talks about. Again, we don't have anybody that powerful in Canada, right? Do we have anybody that powerful here? Think about it. Like, what do we have? Drake. I know, man, Drake. Like, no offense, Eminem is more black than Drake. I'm not trying to put it like that, bro. Drake's like a definition of a zebra. Like he might be like half white and black, but he acts a lot more white than black, bro. You can see that in the way he acts, bro. Come on. I can't stand Drake, man. He's alright for some things, but sometimes he gets really cringy, bro. I got a bunch of different women that are trying to be with me. And that's the problem. I got a bunch of ex-girlfriends, and I don't know which girl I want to marry to be my powerful wife. I got like 4 different girls that I'm thinking about right now. I'm just trying to like decide which one should I. Yeah, I'm not worried. I don't even care. I'm not trying to answer nothing about Lexi. I'm alright. Whoever, I'm not interested. Yeah, that's my past. You can't change your past, right? You can always make better for your future, but whatever you did back then in the past, bro, you're just kind of stuck with it. Like you can't make the difference from back in your life. So I'm not worried about her. Who's my top choice? Maybe Alexandria. I would have to say Alexandria. What nationality is she, bro? What does it even like matter? Nationality, bro. She's Jewish. All right, she's wow. Oh my gosh, she's Jewish. Watch out. Yeah. I'm always looking handsome. That's how it is. At least she's good with money. Yeah. They're the best with money. That's how I know how to make it. Nah, she looks a little bit like Bella Danger. Like nah. Yeah, we've been going like on dates and seeing each other and stuff like that. Like I don't know if she told me she wants to start with a family with me next year. I already got a daughter out there that lives in Toronto, so like I got a lot of things going on in my life right now. Like I'm a busy man, right? I got a daughter in Toronto. I'm running for mayor this year. I got to worry about getting married, right? I'm going for my driver's license. Like I got a whole lot of things going on in my life right now. You see the Rolex? See the Rolex? $1,000 watch right there. How old? It's about 5 months, going on 6 months old. She was born around the end of June, like right like around the ending of June. I know she's gonna be proud when I marry her, but the only thing I know is she's gonna want a lot of stuff when she's older. And I didn't have that kind of stuff growing up in my life. I grew up more on like, I'm not saying like oh man, I grew up this hard life or anything, but I lived in the projects. All right, I grew up in the projects. I know what it's like. So, I mean, it is what it is. What's her name? Her name's Atois. And my baby mama, Barbara Mazary, which you can find her, she's her own musician and stuff like that, she named her. That's where the name Atois came from. It's from Barbara. The only thing about Barbara is her family's a lot more rich than mine. Like, my family has a little bit of stuff here and there, but her family has, like, businesses and stuff like that, so... What's Barbara look like? Go if you want to go find her. Look up Barbara Marzzzari Mazary. You can find her on social media. She has a couple of pictures of her twat with her. You can find her on like TikTok and YouTube and all that. She even comments on my YouTube sometimes and TikTok and all that. So if you only want to find her off that, go ahead. I mean, yeah. That's where I'm at. If I had to say like any celebrity that Barbara looks like, she'd, in my opinion, she most look like. That's who she looked like the most, like Rihanna. I mean, she's half Jamaican and half Sicilian. Her dad's Sicilian, her mom's Jamaican, so like, I don't want to call her, a zebra, but that's kind of what she is, right? But no, she don't. A lot of people don't use. I don't know, man. I usually look at Facebook as like the older generation of stuff, bro. Like, a lot of people that use Facebook is like, it's. I'm not using the word. It's old, but it's like YouTube, right? But YouTube's more for this generation and the generation of mine. Like, people understand. I was around before there was like social media and phones with the internet on it, right? Like I was born in 1999. All right, December 17th, 1999 was the year I was born, the date I was born, all that. And when you look at this generation now, everybody has the phone and they have, oh, I can just check this on like AI and see what this says. Yeah, back in my generation, we didn't have that, bro. We didn't. I just look up Tristan Renzi, you'll find me right there. But my name's KingTristan, so Tristan Renzi is my full name. How old is Barbara? Barbara is a year younger than me. I mean, maybe I'll get married to Barbara. I don't know yet, right? Maybe if we can talk again and all that. Like I said, she lives in Toronto, so it's 4 hours from Windsor. It's not like it's like next door to us like Detroit is. All right, it's 4 hours from here. It's a distance. Yeah, her family makes like about $200,000 or $300,000 a year. My family makes about maybe $30,000 to $60,000 a year. So yeah, there's definitely a difference. Plus, don't forget it's Toronto to Windsor, right? Like Toronto is a spot is a lot easier to make money at compared to Windsor. You make a decent amount of money being a member of city council. I'm not saying like you get paid like, oh, I'm getting paid like a politician in a major city or something. But being a member of city council, you do make a decent amount of money, bro. Like, how are you affording a lot of stuff that I have right now on me? How do you think I afford that, bro? Yeah, I'm gonna stream for a minute or so. Hey, don't forget, when I'm married at Windsor, I'm gonna get a Rolex. Promise that. All right, so all the 177 viewers that have watched the stream, I appreciate y'all out there. I'm glad y'all here to watch. If you want more stuff to follow me on, YouTube and TikTok are my main spots. I post on Instagram sometimes, Snapchat here and there, whatever. But TikTok, X, and YouTube are like my major stuff. The Italians originally was the mafia, right? There's the Italians and the French. Then we had the triads and the Yakuza, which Japanese mafia and stuff. But the mafia, they've always been around forever. And I don't want to put it like this, but people are like, oh, look at the cartel. Yeah, they do this, do that. The cartel is a million times worse than the mafia. Okay, the cartel will literally cut your face off and hang on a fence. That's what the cartel does. Cartel will hang someone's body from a highway or a freeway and make the whole rest of the world see it. Cartel is very evil and very disgusting. They're involved in sex trafficking and all that. They, like I said with Venezuela, the news media will tell you that there is oil and oil and oil. Saudi Arabia and Alberta both have a lot more oil than Venezuela does, but they're not going to tell you that. Also, it has nothing to do with oil. What it's to do with is cocaine. There is 400 tons of cocaine found. That is 8 semi trucks worth of cocaine. 80,000 pounds of cocaine. That is a lot of cocaine, bro. And who cleaned it up? The American government. Which they ended the war on drugs, which I've been saying has been going on since the 1980s. They have finally ended it, bro, because now the cartel is nothing. No offense, cartel, but you are nothing compared to the states, bro. The states will wipe you out. Bro. Russia couldn't do that. China couldn't do that. Canada sure couldn't do that. Come on, are you serious? The only country in the world that can do something like that is the states, bro. They're that powerful. That's why I said when Team America rolls in, yeah, what do you think you're gonna do? Team America fucking rolling up, bro. Donald Trump was working with UFC and WWE, which is World Wrestling Entertainment and United Fighting Champion, the UFC and WWE. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but he made it better, bro. Made it more recognized, right? Now, I find it funny because I grew up with 50 Cent, and 50 Cent is one of the rappers that inspired me and I idolized growing up. And 50 Cent's a massive Trump supporter. I love 50 Cent's music a lot. Nah, I've been through Canada. Like I went through it, but like I haven't been to like, you know, upper Canada yet, right? I've been to like the more local areas, a couple hours from each other, but I have not been like way up to like British Columbia and stuff like that, where it's like the mountains and stuff, right? Like Ontario, we don't have that. And no offense to Ontario, like Alberta is much better. Alberta is my favorite province. I love Alberta. I love the fact that they're actually standing up for their people and their citizens, unlike over here where we're selling our people out, which is sad to say it, but. Quebec, in my opinion, Quebec's like in Alberta. I would compare them together because Quebec is something that's very similar to it, especially with the old history that they keep there. I could go to in the future, depending. The one thing that I was saying with Toronto is their mayor, Olivia Chow, has done nothing for their city. And that's why I said when I'm running for mayor, I'm also going to call her out because who's my assistant mayor? My assistant mayor is going to be my cousin Cassandra. She's going to be my assistant mayor. So basically, if I'm out of Windsor and I'm taking care of something else, she'll be the active mayor until I get back. If someone wants to give me a Trump hat, well, instead of the Make America Great Again, we'll have Make Windsor Great Again on the hats with the roses. But I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, if you ever want to make the difference in the world, you can do it. You know what I mean? If you want to, make the difference, you have to be the difference in the world, right? You have to stand up for what's right. Push God, push Jesus, let the world see the light and the shine, and make sure that you can do something for your future that's bright. Unlike destroying your world and letting chaos and crime happen like Gotham City. Because we went from golden era society to Gotham era society in the matter of since the 1950s to now, right? I would say up to like the 2010s was like the golden era of the world. But the 1950s and the 1980s, bro, were like, in my opinion, the best times we could ever see in the world. And that's when capitalism was booming, right? That's when like capitalism was a massive thing in the world, and you saw the difference with how better things were when we had that compared to where we're at now, right? Because now there's just drugs all with the, I'm not trying to put it like drugs are destroying the community fully, but they kind of are, bro. You see it everywhere. I wouldn't move it. I'd go to Toronto, but I wouldn't move there. I would not move there, bro. I'm gonna stay in Windsor. I'll just make Windsor something like New York, so I can live here forever and enjoy a nice metropolitan city. How was my Christmas? Christmas, I enjoyed 2 turkeys, right? I originally had a 10-pound turkey, and then I had a 21-pound turkey after. And I posted on my social media. If you want to look at it, you can see it. It's very massive if you look at it. I mean, like it was stuffed with stuffing, right? And the best thing about the stuffing, bro, is you mix it with the turkey, you get the taste of the whole thing, right? Did you ever try goose or duck? It's good too, but turkey, it's very good, bro. Same as chicken, right? Like I'd say bird's the best, bro. Personally, I like bird. Like I don't mind, pork or like beef or lamb or stuff like that, but bird is very good. Especially when you go hunting, bro. When you go hunting, you can take advantage of so many things out there. I like hunting and fishing. It's very good. It's peaceful, and you enjoy the moment that you have with it, right? It's so awesome. I love it.
Back Fridays.
Yeah, I know you all enjoying the stream. I get it. I get it. New Year, I got a little bit drunk and really, smoked a lot of weed and stuff like that. But I think my favorite New Year moment was I drank a lot of tequila, 13 shots of it. That was a good moment.
And have a good day.
Yeah, Freshco's tried to permanently ban me from their grocery store. So right now I'm talking with their owner, and if the owner's nice, then I won't raise the taxes as much as I wanted to on their property. But if they don't help me get my grandfather's fedora hat back, then I am going to raise the taxes so high on these people. They wish they didn't mess with my family. Because you go against my family and treat us like that, well, you see what happens for doing that, right? Alright, so I'll be streaming again later tonight. I promise y'all. I love and care about you. Thank you for watching. This is KingTristan signing off. In October 2026, vote for me for a better future in Windsor. Yes, I'll do that for all y'all. I promise. I'm going to do a music, right after I win the election for Mayor of Windsor, I'm going to do the music video for my song Mayor of Windsor off the Return of Double T album. And the whole music video is going to be me going throughout Windsor from back then to the new Windsor that I'm going to create with the next New York. So wait until you see that music video, because it's going to be ballin'. I'll tell you that. I'll make an album based off it. I will. I promise. All right, thank you everybody watching. There's a lot of people watching right now. Thank you very much to watch. I appreciate it. God bless y'all out there. Hope you have a happy New Year. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas. And just know that this year is going to be the best year of everybody's life who wants to see a difference. And one other thing, anybody that wants to come to Windsor to have a business, when I'm mayor, come on and get one. You'll be a millionaire here. How many? I actually asked AI. I asked AI this question about 2 months ago. When I run for mayor, how many votes would I get in the city of Windsor? And it said 77% of the city would vote for me running for mayor. So that's what AI said. I'm not gonna, it's AI, so you can't really like take it serious. But still, it generated saying 77% of Windsor would vote for me. Basically, it means Drew Doken is gonna get smoked. That's basically what it said. Yeah, I know. I've caused some controversy and stuff like that, but I'm still here doing it, right? That's what I do. All right, so everybody watching, thank you very much. This is King Tristan saying I love and care about you all, and for a better future, and for God's wish, and for true patriotism, just watch when I'm Mayor of Windsor. I am the people person. That's why I call myself a local leader, because that's exactly what I am. Proud to be one, and here to be for all y'all. All right, you guys are the best fan base ever. It's all you out there. Yeah, I put out some. You can find some around the city and stuff like that. There's a couple around. I could send you one if you want. Like, I can mail it to you, or I could send you it, like, depending on which one you want. If you want it mailed, I'll mail it to you. Yes, that'd be perfect. Thank you.
You can leave the bags in.
Maybe going into next month, when Canada Post gets better and things get more cleaned up, it'll be easier to do it. I promise I'll mail you one. I promise I'll mail you one, right? You want my signature on it? You want me to sign? Okay, I'll sign it. Do you want like my initials? Or do you want like my full name signatured on it? You know that my signature is gonna be worth a lot of money in the future. Especially when people call me the Donald Trump of Canada. You want the full name, sir? All right, I got you.
We do need housing, that's gotta be a problem. Well, and this is, what's happened with that lot behind the 2 points.
The election's in late October.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys changed the plans. I don't know if maybe you tried, I heard you tried to sell a lot, and I couldn't sell it, so now he's modifying the plan, which
When you get the chance after the stream is done, just look up Drew Dokins and see what he's done for Windsor, and look what I'm gonna do with making us the next New York, and we'll see the difference. You'll vote for me? Thank you very much. That means a lot. I know I kind of sound like Elvis Presley right there, but yeah, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Aaron Presley.
Yeah, I think now, like I'm literally starting now. Talking to people like that.
Well, besides helping the middle class and helping the poor, what I'm really going to do is make sure that there's no crisis like this in the city, and make sure everybody has something in their pocket where, say if they have $4,000 a month from all the jobs here, the skyscrapers, thousands of people working, that's how I'm going to make my city rich. Everybody's going to have money in their pocket. No one's going to be living out here with nothing. Yes, Windsor has a mad crisis of drugs and homeless and crime. I know that. I understand. That's why I'm running for mayor, because this city needs a savior. This city needs someone that's going to bring it to what it was in the golden era of society.
Want to try coffee?
Yes, I promise to save Windsor. Tristan, the real world savior. Joining city council did take a little bit of time, but the fact that I'm in means now I can do what I need to do to run for mayor. Vote for me October 2026 for a better future in the Rose City. This is KingTristan signing off, and I love and care about all y'all. Peace. If you get your family to vote, it's appreciated. And that message to you. Thank you. Thank you very much.